it was non-stop. This week was a non-stop week, especially as we're preparing for the end of the year. So it's been quite a demanding week, but we're excited for what's coming.
It's coming. With ongoing.
Yeah.
Have you been able to catch any World Cup
Of
games?
course, we
Of
were
course.
we were able to manage not all of the matches or throughout the whole match. Of course, sometimes you have to juggle.
Yeah.
But yesterday's penalty shootout, it was a big victory, of course, for our boys from the north. I also watched last night's thrashing
Of Switzerland.
just unceremonious thrashing, merciless, as if you are not both from the EU.
No,
As if
someone
you-
is thrashing as if you're from another continent.
You're not even as if you're not even from the same economic zone. Yeah,
No mercy.
you merciless.
Ah.
Then there was also some punishment the other day. Was it the day before last? There was a 4-0 hammering Brazil. Another one which is just 4-1, 4-1 hammering. Just indiscipline.
being hammered.
And by the way, even if you saw the way Brazil was playing, they were playing like it's dancing. Even if you saw the way they were celebrating, it was very ciabatta,
We
salsa.
talked about them yesterday. They're dancers, very colorful.
You see those
Yes.
those Roberto days.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
papata, Ronaldinho. Those days of dancing and clapping your feet, your heels.
Yes.
Yeah.
You do that to the pitch.
And
They thrash you and dance.
Let me tell you, it's as if the other team are not adult men
Yeah. Like they're
who
playing-
don't
playing
have
with their
wives
boys.
and children.
Mm-mm.
That they dance for you after they're giving you and they
Yeah.
give them kiboko.
That's Madarao.
It's really matter.
Yeah.
Honestly speaking, if I'm there, I'm slapping someone.
Like,
You don't just dance for me.
you just beat me, then
You
dance
just
for
beat
me.
and then dance.
Then dance. Madarao.
As if you, yeah? You're just moving your waist so elegantly.
like they didn't even sweat.
No, it's not. They're not just
Whining.
just twisting the waist nicely, whining. Brazil,
Whining their waist.
Brazil. No. You don't thrash people like that. Somebody has to give them etiquette training.
I've always loved Brazil. They bring so much fun.
They're
color,
flamboyant.
and- Yeah,
They're a colorful country.
Start to the World Cup. It's always a joy to have them in the World Cup. Glad to have you, Isaac. And I know you're a football lover, so
Yeah.
beautiful to catch up on that. We will be coming back with New Year's resolution.
Yes.
Started on it last week. We conclude,
Yeah.
I guess. Okay. Stay with us. The hashtag is Wednesday Money Matters. Isaac and so Musisi is here. We're also busy money making sense. God, please. Very nice. Has it gone on?
Where?
Sorry, you're asking who we're playing? David Guetta,
Okay, get her. So
Baby Rexa, and
we'll be
Tidal.
muted for now. Where's our brother? Did he travel?
So our brother is
Chris,
he's off the shore.
he's moving on.
He's moving on.
Okay.
Yeah. He's likely to go to the drive show.
Oh,
I'm
really?
saying likely because I don't know that they will put him there or
Uh,
give him another show to start. I'm not
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, that's
We,
right.
we have been here.
Yeah, my dear.
We have been here through.
They come and leave us here.
They come and
You
give
and I
us.
will slowly become the funny child.
You guy. So this show,
Guys like the
we're
guy.
coming on 5 years now.
You love it, huh?
The banter. This is what I'm
I'm
talking
telling you,
about.
yeah.
Great.
It's always like that, just easy. Like Isaac is coming for money, yeah. But who says we talk about money and only?
Yeah.
No,
Everything goes.
Everything goes.
So is is your
Space.
Twitter space?
I want to put it up. I
Alright.
tried to set it up and failed.
That's also a good plan. The
This one here.
my connection.
By the way, and then see, you know, you're traveling and you're always going to a country with good things.
That's what's
Just
needed.
look for this. It's called an irie.
All right. Jump on the. You let me know.
That's a joke.
Definitely.
Yes.
So this tweet says Kiki Palmer.
Yeah.
The care and concern people have for their online life
Yeah.
versus their in real life
Yeah.
is devastatingly disproportionate.
Yeah.
There's no lie there.
And there's no lie
She has
there.
not lied. There's no lie at all.
At all.
Only truth.
Yes, but
Yes.
like you and I, when
Yes.
we post,
Yeah.
we're doing it because it's our job.
Ah.
Like if I didn't have to do it, I wouldn't do it.
I say it all the time. If I didn't
I
have to
spend
do it,
time
I wouldn't.
watching football. Like
Yeah.
this. I
Yeah.
don't need it.
Yes.
But I'm doing it because
You have
That's
to
what
work.
God requires you to do that. And then you said, people don't even find your posts funny. They don't even engage with it. Why
no,
not?
because I'm not a
Because you're
slave
not posting,
queen.
you're
Like
a
it's
slave,
not
There you go.
Like,
There you
Yeah.
go.
it's a microwave society. man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Very
game,
much.
man.
Very
it used
much.
to be about information and real entertainment. Like
That's
we grew
actually-
up watching the Cosby Show,
Yeah,
and it was a family show. Now it's
It is coming from David Guetta, Baby Ritza, Ty Dolla Sign. We are live on Isaac. Where are we?
We are on Isaac Nkusi Z on Instagram. We're on YouTube today.
Right.
We're on
Now
Twitter.
Hey.
We're on Twitter at Isaac Nkusi Z and also on LinkedIn. So we are
Full blast.
we are broadcasting.
Gee.
We are broadcasting today.
We are everywhere you go. You will find us.
Just like some other company, we're everywhere. You look for us, you find us everywhere you go.
Exactly. As last week, when we were
Yeah.
concluding our conversation,
Yeah.
see, I made a confession. For me, my life somehow became better without any New Year resolution.
Yeah.
And right now, however much you will
Mm.
try to convince me
Yes.
that it's the right thing.
As
to do,
every week.
okay, as every
As
week.
it's the same story.
As
Continue.
I moved on. I
Uh-huh.
moved on.
Uh-huh.
And let me just tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I will be seated here.
Yeah.
You will be talking, but I'm not going to listen to you.
5 years.
5 years.
Have we reached 5? When, by the way, this is
We're soon
this
at
sep-
5
this
years.
September. It was how many?
Eh.
Because from 2018,
Yeah, so this September it was officially 4.
it was a 4th year.
4 year. Yes, 4 years. We have embarked on our 5 year.
The 5th
Not
year.
5th year.
5
5
year.
year.
No, we will continue. We will continue speaking until the air comes out of the lungs, and there's no more air left. Well,
But-
Jackie will continue not listening until you wait. We'll find who gets tired
Isaac
first.
is bothering
We
me.
will find the one who gets tired first.
Let's see. Let's see. But you know, and you've said it over and over. It's
Yeah.
important
Yeah.
for us to do things with a purpose, a direction.
With the direction, with
With
an
the direction.
organization.
Yes.
And we've been talked about the confession you made last week, in that, look, you're not setting a particular goal. You have said you're not saying this year I'm going to do this, but you find yourself doing it. And I think also last week, and our listeners can jump on our social media and share their stories as well, or their viewpoints on this. But you find that even though you didn't give yourself that spoken word of your New Year's resolution, like I'm going to do this year, you noticed the urgency to do it and engaged it because you felt the severity of the problem. And that's where I want to go for today's show.
That's true.
Yeah? How serious is the problem for you, whoever is listening? How serious is the problem? Because the size and the seriousness of the problem will determine whether you are going to do something about it or not.
Is the number of children.
Uh-huh.
Are the children growing older?
Yeah.
The demand for fees is this because today you're paying less because someone is in kindergarten,
Uh-huh.
then they go to primary school.
Yeah.
The story is different.
Yeah.
Fees go up, then the
Yeah.
demand increases.
Yeah.
You're not growing younger,
Yes.
growing older.
We're getting, and when you start to see, I don't know if this is your experience as well. I don't know if this is a shared experience of everybody else, but when you start to really perceive the years going, like, it's many times you say, but the year has gone fast. Like, by the way, 2022 has moved.
Mhm, yes.
These years are going quickly. I can remember
As soon as January is
2012.
over, years ended.
2012 was just like
That's the other day.
the other day.
Yeah.
That was a decade ago now. That's now more than. It's going to be in a few days. It's going to be more than 10 years ago. When you start seeing the years moving past quicker, and you're not necessarily achieving what you had expected to achieve by a certain time. Now, in life, we make plans. There's a proverb that man makes plans and God laughs. Who do you think? What do you think
Yeah.
you're doing? Who knows? How do you know what's going to happen tomorrow? But I think that's more about self-determination of your fate, more than just being organized. I don't think there's anything. There's no pride or error in trying to organize yourself. But when you really see, not to make anyone feel emotionally distressed by the statement, but when you see the years passing and things you could have done haven't been done yet, that you could have done, and you know in yourself this could have been accomplished, but it hasn't been done yet, I have a feeling that there's a sense of urgency. We have to do something now, because I am now X number of years old, and I said 10 years ago I was going to get my further education. And it's 10 years have passed, and they've flown by. If I don't be careful, another 10 years will go.
Oh, will come, yes. Will come and go.
And I will say 10 years again in the future, where did those 10 years go?
Yeah.
How come I haven't done this thing that could have taken me 8 months? Could have taken me a year and a half. 10 years have passed. You know, how much time do I have to stand still while the rest of the world is moving around me? Sense of urgency. How serious is the problem to you? Of course, today we're talking about the problem of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is 20 after 7. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. The hashtag is Kigali in the morning. We are live on Isaac Musizi. I'm going to share that link because mine is becoming a problem. So I'm going to share Isaac's very, very quickly so that we can go on there, okay? And catch the show live on the different social media platforms. I'm going to share that shortly. Glad to have you here with us.
What you've pointed out, Regis, is actually one of the problems that we have, the major issues that we have, our microwave mentality. Those are the reasons why we can't get organized.
What have you done for me lately?
What have you done? What have you done?
Yeah. It's insane. And we were talking about it yesterday, how girls, like if you have a girl, if you're raising a girl, and she turns 10, the worry you have now of what's out there, what she aspires to do, based on the context that's out there. Man, and she has a phone in her hand.
No, you're speaking to my concerns. I have a little girl coming in a few days.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious.
Thanks, man.
It's always been a problem to have girls.
Yes.
But now
it's even worse.
Yeah, because education was usually enough. Like you give her the main principles and you raise her right. And the way you treat your mom, you treat your wife, you treat your sisters.
Yeah.
You show her how
how men should treat. Yeah, how men should treat women.
Yes, but now it's a very Kim Kardashian oriented.
Those are the
yes, there's a term there.
modern culture. This modern Kim K,
It's bad.
BBL.
But it's really bad.
Yeah.
And I never knock anyone's hustle.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that she's making the money.
Yeah.
But
I think the effect that has on everyone else.
should we tell? So this is what.
Let's go.
Viola Jack and I yesterday, I was telling them how I came to the realization. I have no memory for this. I was just thinking out loud.
Yeah.
I came to the realization that 80%. Listen very carefully. 80% of CEOs.
Yeah.
I'm talking big wigs in the country,
Yeah.
whether we're talking government or private sector,
Yeah.
are women.
C-suite.
80%
That's crazy.
are women.
That's huge. It's much better, more than I thought.
I've never heard of a country.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the CEOs,
Maybe
C-suite.
Scandinavia.
Yeah,
maybe
Norway,
Denmark,
Sweden,
Norway,
those
Finland.
ones.
So I've never heard of it. 80%. So we're talking Ryanair,
Yeah.
OGS, MTN. Like I'm just the BK.
Just throwing out names.
Yeah.
All those, it's women running it. MasterCard,
Yeah.
RTP,
Yes.
everything is women.
Yeah.
Now, you think about it, it's scary. Girls growing up these days, between 18 and 25,
Yeah.
do not look at a Diane Kapsisi.
As an example.
That's insane to me.
That's crazy.
That's
That's crazy.
You know, she's
Yeah.
she was a doctor
Yeah,
She got a PhD at
Wow.
25.
At
I
25?
didn't know that.
25.
I didn't
Her
know
little
that.
sister,
Wow.
That's
Noella.
madness.
Wow.
You know Santos, right?
That's madness.
Santos' wife.
Yeah.
Who's Diane's little sister.
Okay.
She got her doctorate at 25.
My goodness.
Both of them.
Both of them. They're both sisters.
What's
with
going
like
on
a
in that
15-year
family?
gap.
What is happening in that DNA pool?
It's
Exactly.
insane. And the brother is the head of the main, he's the chief of the main, the special forces
Yes.
of the country. Rookie Corps.
What's this?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I
He's
don't
the
know.
brother. Yes, he's
Okay.
48-ish.
Hey,
So
it's a proper
the family
yeah?
is
The
Family's
family
not
has
smiling.
like DNAs.
That's what.
Crazy.
That's where you see people are not smiling at all. Don't smile in that house.
No,
We
no,
move.
no, no, no.
They're
No,
serious.
no,
They're
We
really
move.
serious all their lives.
Yeah.
So she's getting paid 25K, let's say.
Yeah.
You know, CEO of BK, right?
Yeah.
Let's say between 20 and 30K a month.
Yeah.
With all the advantages, kids school, kids school, vacation, house, car, all that.
Yeah.
But if you see her,
Yeah.
if you were to meet her,
Yeah.
and you guys have seen her,
Yeah.
Yeah.
for a girl who's between 18 and 25, there's nothing appealing about her.
No, nothing. Yeah.
There's
She probably
nothing.
has a rubber band to tie her hair.
There's
Yeah.
nothing.
Like to have her hair in a ponytail because she has no time to take care of her hair.
Very true.
To her, it's about moving forward.
Let's go.
She's a student of PK. She
Uh-huh.
works, she was at SPU,
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
OTP,
Yes.
right? She ran it even at some point. I think she ran it.
What's an SPU?
The special
special political.
projects,
Something unit.
something unit.
Okay, within
something.
the.
Yeah.
That's coming from Annie Gatera in Zozi. It is playing with Unabody Decision Role in the firm. We're discussing finances. Good morning.
Yeah. I mean, maybe
Mm.
there's nothing social media ready or social media appealing about the way she carries
No,
herself.
no,
Yes,
believe me,
yes,
nothing.
and the way she
Yeah,
carries
Not,
herself.
yeah.
like I know her.
Yeah.
Nothing.
But that
She
that
wears
The way she
the most,
dresses.
that's a
Yeah.
badge of honor
She
though.
wears the
All
most
that.
regular things.
That
like,
is
In our
so,
flat shoes.
that is
in
a
there's
our-
no
badge
difference between her
of
and the
honor.
girl on the motor right now.
yeah.
But you're
Nothing.
nothing. Yes, nothing.
But to a girl-
her spectacles are not at all TikTok
Her-
savvy.
Her value isn't on her outside.
No,
Thank
but
you.
now to a girl
That
who's
is an
like
honor.
18 and 25,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the average girl,
Yeah.
she looks at her and goes, "There's nothing appealing about her life."
Exactly.
She didn't pay between 20 and 30K. She's one of the main ladies driving
Yeah.
the country.
Exactly.
She's not appealing.
Yeah.
Louis Mushikiwabo is not appealing to this girl.
Now that's
This
madness.
is insane.
Yeah.
That is madness.
Yeah.
But it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
You know?
It's the
Yes.
culture
It's
we
getting
live in.
worse. There's nothing we can do about it. Vaseline Blue is available in your supermarket. Make sure you're keeping that skin soft, moisturized, and supple. And as we keep that skin moisturized, it's because you want to walk into an office and say, yeah, this man takes care of himself. This woman takes care of himself. But you go to CFAO Motors, they will see you and say, this one is a serious person. Why am I talking about CFAO Motors Rwanda? They are found in the special economic zone and they've got the Tiguan space for you. This festive season, if you are thinking of, come to think of it,
Mm.
what car did you come driving last week?
Which car? The Toyota.
Is it Toyota?
Mm.
Toyota something?
Uh,
Because somebody showed me a Range Rover Evoque and said
Yeah.
that that's the car you came driving.
no.
I said there will never be a time that Isaac would, me, over, hey! The day Isaac drives a Range, I'll go buy 5 of those.
Bet. Bet.
Isaac, I said. So I
Done.
I told this friend of mine, so you
Uh-huh.
know what? I love cars. I
Yeah.
tell models. I can tell.
Yeah.
So I guess Isaac has upgraded, but I am going to make sure that Isaac gets the Tiguan old space. You're going to move, but that one that you're driving, I don't even know. I was not even told what model it is. They just showed me a book. I said, maybe that is one. I said, Isaac can drive now.
The Isaac that I know,
The Isaac that I
the
know.
one that I've known, there's no way.
Oh, I didn't put you. The Tiguan All Space comes with a 2-liter engine. It's a TSI petrol engine, automatic transmission. I am not telling you that the car you're driving is bad, but I'm just telling you if there's room to upgrade, please upgrade.
Let's move.
Let's move. Do not be left behind. Don't be like Isaac, stuck on that tiny little thing of his. Let us upgrade. This one has a rear view camera. It's got a digital dashboard, cruise control system, among other features. Then there's the T-Cross. If you say, I'm not going back to the 7-seater, let me take the 5-seater. This one is, when it comes to fuel, it's quite economic. This one will take care of you. It's a 1.6-liter engine. Digital dashboard, cruise control system, wireless charging. It's got a sunroof and leather seats. There's room for you to test drive, and that's the beauty about this. You call 0788-179-500. Tell them Jackie keeps making noise about the 2-1-0 space. I want to see it. I want to drive it. It comes in 2 models, Life and Elegance. VW Rwanda at cfao.com is their email address. But if you call them today on 0788-179-500, they will be happy to solve you.
The Big Issue on Kigali in the Morning, brought to you by GPR.
So you know that VW and Toyota are owned by the same people. Okay, you know, I don't know specifically. BPR Bank, they've got the Awana savings account. Please be a responsible parent and open an account for your child. When we come back, I'll tell you about the trip to Nyungwe, one and only Nyungwe House. They've got an offer for us from now up to May 31st. Isaac, what do we do?
What do we do? Well, we were saying before we went on our previous break, the only thing that we can do is identify how serious whatever the problem is, especially as we're coming into the new year. How serious is whatever problem that you're facing? As you review this year, the good thing about the end of a year and the start of a new year is it reminds us we have an opportunity to reflect and see how things are moving, and see maybe what we might change, right? Now, whatever you're trying to change, it begins with appreciating how serious the situation is. And of course, on the show, we're talking about money, but it could be anything. How serious it could be relationships. Almost always, this is where we go in our mind in terms of the size of the problem. If you're unsatisfied in your relationship, how serious is the problem? How serious is it? Serious enough for you to do something about it, or is it just an annoyance?
Walk away.
Well, that's definitely doing something about it. That's doing something the entire.
For me, walk away.
Well, is the solution walking away? Somebody made a joke, a very crass. It is one of these American comedians that you've left your boyfriend because he cheated on you. Okay, what are you going to do about it? You're going to find another one? And then he laughs. He says, what do you think will happen in the next one? Now, that's a matter of choices, though, right? And a matter of principle. But the question to you is, how serious is whatever the problem is? Are you going to do anything about it? Is it an inconvenience? I think I mentioned last week that I have an uncle, and he's a tough man. And so when you tell him, hey, I have something disturbing me. My tooth is hurting me. And maybe we should find time to go and see the doctor. He will tell you, you don't have a problem. Please. You have no problem at all. Don't disturb me.
You don't have time to come and tell me that you have a toothache.
Don't disturb me with nonsense. You have no problem at all. When you come crying and screaming, hey, take me to the doctor now. I can't breathe. This hole in my tooth has reached the cavity, has reached the root. The nerve is exposed. I don't have 2 seconds without pain. Take me to the doctor now. It's an emergency. Then he says, okay, now you have a problem. This is a problem. When you're saying, maybe we should find time to go see the doctor, then you don't have, you have a nuisance. You have an annoyance.
Yeah.
You don't have a problem. Yeah. And so it basically revisits the idea of how do you define problems.
You've taken me back to many years ago, and I hadn't been working for long.
Yeah.
And I remember going back home for Christmas, and my parents' roof was leaking.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
After that holiday,
yeah,
I went back to Kampala, went through different banks to see who has a plan that can help me, because
anywhere.
Yes. And I found this place where I could say, I can't remember. Actually, yes, I remember the bank clearly. It was DFCU. That bank had a certain saving plan where you could save for 6 months, depending on how urgent your need is, how big your problem is. looking at my income, I could save a certain amount every month,
Yes.
and in 6 months, I would be able to replace the roof or do something about this problem.
Yes.
I said, I am not going to eat all the, like now, mandazis, no more mandazis, no more pork. Me who loves
This
buy
is
one, get one free.
small
Listen.
purchases.
My dear, I
No
found
more.
a job for them.
Mm-hmm.
That money that I was wasting on that random buy one, get one free, random purchases.
Yeah.
And with that, I now feel you. I totally understand when you say, depending on how urgent your need is, how big your problem is, you will do
something.
big things. You will do something about it.
Yeah.
And for sure, for those 6 months, I sacrificed.
Yeah.
I let go of a lot of things. I wasn't a person who was available for a Friday night out.
Yes.
Because my friend, your parents' roof is not leaking.
Yeah.
Mine is leaking.
Mine is leaking.
Don't call me.
And also,
Hey.
the way to solve that leaking problem isn't the neighbor, it's not the cousin, it is you.
My problem.
It is you. You're the one to fix the problem.
Correct.
So when you have a real urgent problem, it takes your energies and your will to resolve that problem.
Mm-hmm.
And that is how you know you have a problem, when you are motivated to do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the what is deceptive about so many of the biggest problems in life is that they don't have urgent or immediate consequences, immediate punishment.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, your parents' leaking roof. That is an immediate problem, especially in the rainy season. It's something that you can ignore, maybe, in the dry season. Maybe. Maybe you can ignore it because the real pain of the problem doesn't arrive without the rain.
Yeah, without the rain, true.
Now, so in the summer, you can look at this problem of a hole in the roof and you say, this is not good, huh? You know, this roof, this thing is leaking. You know, by the way, the air and the mosquitoes are coming in at night. You know, maybe this thing, we should fix it. We should find time. Let's meet next week. Let's find a time next week. We'll organize the siblings and we talk about what we are going to do. You don't have a problem yet. You don't yet have a problem because you're still organizing family members. You're having meetings to discuss the problem, as if all of us, we didn't all see it.
Yeah.
We didn't see that hole in the roof when we were here for dinner last week. And we're saying, okay, next week, because today I'm busy. Yeah, we have appointments today. Tonight I'm traveling, so let me get where I'm going. Then we can discuss. You don't yet have a problem.
Yes.
What you have is an inconvenience. You have a nuisance. You have something that's annoying you. That whole. But when the rainy season arrives, when the typhoons come, and you are swimming in your bed sheets. Has anyone swum in bed sheets before? Are bed sheets for swimming?
No.
But in your house, you are swimming in the bed. You know, there's a time. Let's give story time. So there's a time in the place where I was staying. Some earlier this year. Actually, it was earlier this year. In the rain, that mid-year rainy season, where it rained April, May. It rained like madness.
Like it had been paid.
As if the sky was collecting money from somewhere to rain on us.
Now, it actually took lives.
Yes.
That season was very bad.
Yes. Where I was staying, the water, the drainage on the main road wasn't sufficient. And the neighbors on the opposite side, we were living on the low side of the road. It's the beginning of the problem. You can hear the beginning of the problem. We're living on the lower side of the road. Now, the person who was on the other side of the road was doing construction. So they were moving soil. And the rain gathered the soil from that side and was pushing it into the road. Now, it got into the drainage and filled up the drainage so that the water that would have passed in drainage on the side of the road now was being pushed out into the driveway. Now, the driveway decided to fill up. And our house was on the corner of the plot next to the retaining wall. So the driveway started filling up with water. You see, exactly. We are at the stopper of the drainage. Now, the driveway started filling up. There was a drainage in the driveway as well. It also got blocked because of sand. the water started rising in the driveway till the cars, about halfway of the tires. Halfway of the tires
That's a lot of
was water in a driveway.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Not
yeah.
not in some. It's the driveway.
Not in a swamp. Not in some.
It's a
Not in a
big
river.
space.
The driveway. Yeah.
The water started going into the house under the door, around the house by the retaining wall, through the back door,
Oh no.
until the water was almost reaching the sockets in the house.
Yeah.
Almost reaching the sockets in the house. The only thing that saved us from getting a very spicy electrical surprise was the retaining wall outside. Because of the weight of all the water,
It gave way.
it gave way, it collapsed, and fell on the neighbors. Luckily, the neighbors' place was an unused lot,
Okay.
so it landed on the roof. Our wall landed on the roof of the neighbors. Luckily, there was nothing there. There was nobody there. There was nobody staying there. It's a workshop. So but people lost. Listen, you don't have a problem before the rainy season arrives. That's when the problem comes.
We'll take a break.
Yeah. Hey,
Let us now think of our problems.
so you saved 6 months.
Yes.
And I'm
6
sure you are
months,
not
I'm
making
telling
money
you.
at those days.
And oh my dear,
You are not making money,
I was not making money. I just
but you had to find money.
My brother and my sister did not have a job.
Yeah.
I was the only one.
Yeah.
I had to find
Yeah.
money. Because that roof was my problem.
Yeah.
My parents are not going to run to any other person's child.
Exactly.
Where? Good morning.
Yes, madam.
Good morning.
How are you? We have just been looking at you. You are here. Good morning.
I'm glad today I'm not part of your topic.
Don't worry. I will find you.
I'm not an example.
Always find a way.
I
So
will
we're
find
not
you.
done.
Don't worry. You're not yet finished. I'll find you where to bring you into the conversation.
I went to start paying.
You see, the regist is already planning for you.
Yeah.
You already said, Valo will be back.
No.
We
Yes.
talk about her a lot.
And she's very serious.
Yeah.
No, but
Viola, you need to find a
She
microphone.
does. She
Why,
gets on
right?
mic. Yes, she
You
does.
need
Because we
to
need to
find
point of
your
view. We
mic.
need as many point of views as
Yes.
Yeah, yours is different. Yours is different. I'm being used as that example.
Now,
Yeah.
you see,
Hey,
the problem is Viola wants to hide when other people are talking.
Hey,
You need to defend your what do you think?
Please.
Viola, what do you
let us know
think?
What you think?
You better start using that microphone in the corner.
Mhm,
Tell us.
uh-huh.
Otherwise, we're going to
Thank yourself.
think on your behalf.
I'm having a jam thinking about money.
You're thinking about money. I know you. You have it's very strategic woman, Viola.
Eh. Oh, okay. Hello.
That's limestone.
Okay.
It just looks like it from here.
Oh, sorry.
Looks
Oh, yeah, not just looking
very dramatic
Beautiful.
waterfront. Yeah, very beautiful.
Yeah, enjoy your holiday.
Look at that.
Wow.
That's
Enjoy your holiday.
Enjoy your holiday indeed.
That time of the season.
Yeah.
Enjoy your vacation.
The vacation is here. So today is the last show of the
Yes,
year.
of the year, exactly.
We are concluding.
You have a big suitcase?
Concluding.
I have my
Very
suitcase.
big.
It's not very big. It's
Can I
normally
feature
big.
you, Captain? Isaac will still be away. We'll find ways of having him online. He'll be
Yeah.
joining us online.
Okay. What are you back?
23rd, 24th
Of January.
January.
Ooh, of January, yeah?
January.
Okay. Oh, okay, good, yeah. So maybe we'll just have maybe 2 or 3 weeks of you. Yeah. That's what we'll do.
Okay, he said I can fit in his suitcase. So
You
bye.
should squeeze me. You'll be squeezed. But you better weigh 35 kgs. Huh? You slice what needs slicing, but the 35 kgs.
Yeah, we don't know what needs slicing.
Whatever you slice.
I-
You slice whatever needs slicing and then 35
Then he did
kgs.
my hair.
Oh, boy. Man, Ace and Base, all that she wants. Our parents used to buy for us exercise books, and then we would use exercise books to write lyrics.
You understand?
And we suffered. You know, this is what there was no Google. Every time I just go to Google and sing along.
No.
It says you have to play it off. You have to first record it on the cassette.
Play, record
Yes, play,
on radio.
Play, record on radio.
You press them together.
Fast.
There's some people who don't know what we're talking about.
No, they have no idea.
Those days you needed a pen, a bic to
and then
rewind.
for you to learn the lyrics. So
Yeah.
you now go back to that you record.
Yes.
And you keep playing and pausing.
That's right. Oh, washiwa.
Oh,
Igadaga dede. Oh, washiwa.
Washiwa.
Igadaga dede.
We mad at people, so washiwa.
Igadaga. Listen, things are serious.
This is Royal FM. Good morning to you. Now, there is something that I would love you to know. If you are online, every customer wants to trust in the e-commerce platform that they are interacting with, the one that they're buying stuff from. And for you to ensure that trust, please make sure that you're certified. As somebody who's doing business online, the DBI, which is an arm of the Rwanda ICT Chamber, has introduced a trust seal to certify online businesses that have demonstrated their trustworthiness. So go to certification.dbi.rw and get certified. One and only in Nyungwe House, that's where we're going, even if it's in May, because right now, Christmas is here, then there will be school fees. After we've paid school fees, there will be some time for us to play. I am talking to you about February, March, April.
Yeah.
Please save up, because up to the 31st of May, there's an offer worth taking. Isaac, this involves you.
We are listening.
Thank you. One and only Nyungwe House has an offer for us, $1,100 per room per night for 2 people.
1,100.
1,100.
What a deal.
Thank you. What a deal.
Also,
Where are
normally,
you ever going to find that? At
normally it's what? Because I know
I assure you.
it's not for everybody.
No, it's not for everybody.
Uh-huh.
That's a fact.
Normally it's how much?
I will not
Don't say
Let us
that.
forget about
Don't ask,
money
but
and
just
give
know
it
that
back.
this is the discount.
This is the discount.
Why are you asking personal
Don't
questions?
ask personal questions. Don't tamper with what is going on now.
Let's go.
And if you're going to use Rwandair from Kigali to Kamembe, all classes and cabins, you'll get a 10% discount on producing your booking confirmation. There will be a discount for you. One and only results.com is the website, or call them on 0221 011 111. The offer is valid until May. And Kusagara, I know you're listening. Let us start saying, let us form WhatsApp groups. People, let us form WhatsApp groups.
It depends on the size of the problem. Listen,
Thank
we
you
want to
very
go to
much.
one and only. It's a serious issue.
Yes.
Let's move.
Let's move. It has 23 luxury rooms. Let's do the math and see how many people we need and how much we will be saving. 0221 011 111.
Enjoy.
The problem is big.
Enjoy.
One and only big.
Listen, why do we always live minimal lives? We want to enjoy high class. Let's do something. $500 each. Let's go. $600
Each.
Let's
But
go.
it's $600.
Let's go.
Come on. If we're going 5 of us, somebody will donate the car.
You understand the mathematics?
Class. We are going.
And the room is shared.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a two
The room is shared.
per couple, huh? 1,100 per person.
Yes.
Sorry, per couple.
Yes. Per couple.
For 2 nights, for 1 night.
For 1 night.
Yeah.
Full board. And here we are, 12 minutes at the top of the hour. Call Liquid Telecom on 0252 100 if you have any issues with internet. The reason you have problems with internet is because probably you're relying on a different or a bad service provider. Go to Liquid Telecom. They've got ultra speeds, fast internet speed, reliable and affordable fiber broadband. Either you call them or visit rw.liquidhome.tech.
You see, you were talking about the end of all these people, right? Minister Paula, when she became minister, she was what? 28?
She was young.
Yes. So she's like, let's say she's like, what, 30?
What do you mean? She's not young. I thought she was like 32, 33 there.
Well, even if she's in that,
Okay,
at that range, let's say
Because she
32.
was 30, yes.
Yeah.
33
But
years
it's still
old.
young, yes,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
true.
So that means
Yeah.
she's 35 now.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes,
So normally,
true.
these girls should be looking at her as
Those are
goals.
all models.
Yeah.
Like she
We
should
all
be
have
goals.
role
She
models.
should be goals.
Yeah,
Yes.
she should be.
She's
She's
not.
not goals.
Their goals are not working hard.
Yes.
not
Well, it's
stressing
because
them.
it's like what he was saying earlier. It's what he was saying earlier. We live in a microwave generation. How can I get it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do I? And
Well,
getting
yes.
it now is
And
definitely
yet
not
without
working.
having to
Why
work
would I
hard.
having to work hard?
If you get it now, you're
So
not
fuel
working.
up at Ruby's, there's a station near you, branch off into it. The one at Mulindi and Cement, those two have a brioche there, so you can grab a cup of coffee on your way to work. Ruby's, the extra experience.
Issue, the big issue on Kigali in the morning, brought to you by GPR.
That topic, it will be a very good topic for us.
Hot
yes.
topic, hot.
It'll be a
hot.
very good topic for us.
Tune. Just let me know. I will find myself some
Yes.
corner in
You
Asia.
will be here
And
with
I'll
us.
join the call. That is fire.
Yeah, exactly. Isaac, ay, man, the size of your problem.
The size of your
Like,
problem.
it just boils down to that.
That's what it is. That's what it is. And then that's when you know that you're going to do it's something worth, or that's when you know that you're making a change when the problem is big enough to move you, to scare you, to shake you. If you are not moved, if you're not shaken, it means your problem is not that serious. At least to you. To you, it's not that serious. And I was saying before the link that there's some, and we're talking about this rainwater issue. There's some, there were times before, by the way, that we had this problem of rainwater gathering into the house. It would drag, water would come in, it would drag dirt, it would drag waste.
Yeah.
And the times before, but it would just be like covering the surface, maybe just enter a little bit into the sitting room area. It would enter a little bit, maybe one day was a bit of a crisis and it washes mud into the space and you have to clean it and it's a nuisance. But we just try to, how can we fix it? We clean up, how do we fix it? We're going to put this one to block the door. We're going to, my friend, when the water level was reaching the socket, then you say, you know what? When the rainwater is collapsing the wall, you say, you know what? Okay, I think it's time to change where we are. It's time to make a permanent change, a global fix. Fix it once and for all. But that's because the problem had become serious.
Yeah.
So when
Let
it comes,
me just ask you then, Isaac, what should we do? Should we watch as the problem is growing?
I mean,
Or are we what? Yeah,
shauri yako.
the choice is yours.
The choice is yours.
You can choose to deal with it when the problem is still small,
Yeah.
or allow it to grow.
And that's what it is in life. That's what it is. And that's what I was trying to say before we took this example of rainwater. Some problems, the kiboko is not immediate. And those are for me, the most dangerous problems of all, are the ones which don't have immediate punishment. So when for example, you don't have money to pay for rent, for example. If you don't have money to pay for rent, how long do you think you'll survive? Maybe if you might argue or dodge your landlord for some time.
It will not go beyond 3 months.
It can't. Even 3 months is a lot.
And 3 if the landlord stays very far.
Yeah, if they're distant.
Yes.
Not when the landlord is a neighbor. When somebody can come and stand on the door.
My dear, you cook meat. He asks, why are you cooking?
What are you cooking?
How
What
can you
exactly are you cooking?
What are you exactly?
What are you eating?
How can you eat meat before you pay my rent?
You understand? How do you, where are you going to eat that meat that you're cooking? Which sufuria, which dishes are you keeping this meat on?
Problems.
So when you delay paying, when you don't have money for rent, your problem of not having where to stay might be pushed to 3 months. But if you have a medical emergency, and they will not, or maybe you're uninsured, and you have to pay to start fixing the process.
Yes.
Fixing the process, you have to pay before, not when you finish. Before they begin, You have
Deposit,
to you have
yeah.
to make deposits.
Mm.
That is when the whole community gets involved. Your problem is big. It is beyond you now. You're saying my problem needs community support.
Yes.
There are problems that exist. For example, that's an emergency problem. But there are problems that exist that take long to see the punishment of that problem. For example, your health, your physical health. We talk about it in my class all the time. Your physical health, my physical health. How you treat your body. By the way, we only have one body.
True.
There's no spare.
Everybody with no spare.
There's no
spare
spare.
parts at all.
There are no spare parts.
Yeah.
And this is another problem that becomes more relevant or more real as the decades pass.
When you start working and you can hear the knees.
You
crack,
start saying,
crack,
"Kra, kra, kra, kra." There's another time out there I was playing badminton a few weeks ago,
Yeah.
and I ran to a corner and I just reached nicely
Yeah.
and I smashed the ball, but then my back said, "Excuse me."
Yeah. Go slow.
Just my lower back. It said,
Yeah.
"Hello," and I couldn't stand up.
Morning, you see.
I didn't stand. I said, "Hey, something moved somewhere."
The decades.
I said, I said, "You mean that I've reached the point where I can do something and my back says, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Ngoja kidogo."
Yes.
You know, we only have one body. And the way we treat, there's a proverb that says, you better eat your food for medicine when you are young, now. Or you will eat
You will eat
medicine for food tomorrow.
Yeah.
There are people who chew medicine. They have handfuls every day. They have to eat a handful of a plate full of sauteed with butter.
Tablets.
Tablets, that sauteing tablets. Here you're sauteing meat. Somebody is sauteing tablets. You're sauteing.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
there's some problems that we are engaging today. There's some behaviors that we're engaging today. There's some activities we're engaging today where the problem that the result of the actions we're taking today will be felt
Baadaye.
very far into the future. But the kiboko you will get in the future
Aye.
after years of building the problem.
Will be bad. The kiboko will be the size of the problem.
It is like when somebody reaches behind the, there are people who slap you and they just slap, they just come from here. Yeah?
But,
They just come from not very far to slap you.
uh-uh.
Then there are those who turn around.
No, kwanza they nini.
They have to warm the hand.
They warm the hand.
Yeah, they prepare, they stretch.
Yes.
There are those who do some stretches.
Bas.
They stretch the back, they stretch the arms. When they say, like those days, I don't know if you are among us in our generation where they used to give us kiboko in school, or when they would tell you to go and fetch the stick to give you kiboko, then they stretch it.
Yes.
You don't just pick. You need to make sure that the stick can
And
bend.
tell you, no, not this one. I didn't tell you
No. This is
Okay,
useless.
yeah,
Get the
yes.
one which is
The
good,
real one.
bendable, that is flexible. It can first stretch because the way that I'm going to hit you, I have to turn backwards.
Uh-huh.
I have to move my arm 280 degrees in the other direction, as if I want to dislocate my shoulder. Before I come back with all of the momentum I can find, I will whip you. Your ancestors will feel it. The rotating in the grave to feel the kiboko you're getting. Right?
We're going to conclude in the next hour. Thank you so much for joining us. And Daniel says, honestly, today this is second life. Not money matters.
There's no money matters here. We are just here for laughter.
No wonder Isaac is Arthur's namesake.
That's Croatia, Brazil, Argentina, Netherlands.
I'm telling
Wait,
you.
things are serious.
No, now we're getting into the nitty.
Things are serious. Things are critical.
It's what we hurt.
Yes.
I'm.
Besides Spain and Belgium, all the favorites are still there.
Yes.
Yes.
All of them.
Okay,
Argentina,
yeah.
Brazil,
Yeah,
France,
Portugal, yeah.
England.
Portugal, England.
Yeah.
they're all still there.
Yeah.
But you know what? I've been pleasantly surprised by this year's World Cup.
Yeah.
Same
I've been pleasantly surprised because over the last 3 World Cups have been a little bit underwhelming.
Yes.
This one,
No, the last two were very on the road.
yeah,
The one in Brazil,
yeah,
and
Brazil
the one
and
in
Yeah.
Russia.
Yeah.
Very well.
Very
The one in South Africa.
South Africa was because it was South
I think
Africa.
South Africa
Because it was South
Yeah.
Africa.
If you
Yeah.
go
It
to
wasn't
Africa,
here.
then
And
Even then.
also have been on
2006 was sick.
Who was it? Who won 2006?
That's when Zidane took the team.
Oh yeah, of course,
Okay,
of course,
yeah.
of course.
So that was the,
No,
the
yeah,
game against
Zizou.
Brazil. was
Yeah, of
amazing.
course. 99 was madness.
98.
98, sorry?
Yeah.
Was insane.
2002 was lukewarm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But the
so-
last 2 or 3 have been.
Yes.
This one
No, this one is really good.
I-
And the best is yet to come.
and what?
Because
The best,
is
yeah,
yet to come,
that's true.
because
Yeah,
Imagine Portugal, Morocco.
Yeah.
How that game.
yeah.
The amount of stories
Yeah.
within the story.
Exactly.
Like, you know,
Portugal and Morocco.
Cristiano,
Mm,
the youth
Yeah.
coming to the
Through the
forefront
Portugal team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes, the youth coming, exactly.
with
The Portugal team.
Ramos yesterday
Yes.
when he
Ramos.
played.
With the hat trick.
Leao.
Yeah. Those guys are
Oh,
good.
Felix.
Ramos and Leao.
That's like 8 forwards.
Yes.
World
Yeah.
class.
Yeah.
Portugal is sick.
Yeah.
And they left who's the Liverpool guy? He stayed at home.
Yeah, he stayed.
Joe
Jota.
Can you imagine if it was
Yeah.
Yeah.
like they would be odds-on favorites to win it all. Like it's insane.
They
So-
really have good people.
They do.
They scored how many
But
goals?
Portugal also has
Yeah, it was
six
just-
yesterday.
They took a-
And you
but
think their goals were even at
That's
some
without
time
Ronaldo.
FIFA.
And that's without Ronaldo. In
Without
fact,
Ronaldo.
the
Just
argument
came in, they just
they are playing better
the
without
argument can be made
and the chemistry is better.
that the chemistry is better.
But I can never bet against him because
Yeah.
he can score 3 goals in the next game.
Yes.
And then what will you have to say?
Exactly.
You know, that's the thing. Those kind of players, the ego, like his ego is bruised right now.
Yeah.
I swear, the way Isaac illustrated that Kiboko process made me feel like then the Kibokos I got
You-
decades
You
ago.
remember when you put karatasi in your underwear?
And yes, you put your book there.
You put it as if that karatasi can do nothing. Kiboko, eat it.
Oh, my friend, we used to have to put in shorts.
Yeah.
You
You put in shorts,
two-
shorts. Yes.
Two shorts and then you put a book in a book here.
What's the name of that
And then
that
my
book?
teacher would say, let's now use the hand.
After I'm prepared, you start bringing your bum as if you're ready,
So there's no way I could appear to school.
and you have such big something behind. Those are books on top of books.
That wasn't for me. So the moment he would see me say, no, I'm going to use your hands.
Yeah.
No, my hands are sick.
My hands are sick. They are
And
coughing.
you're like, ah.
Yeah, no, it's going to be this
Japan, yeah, Japan did, okay, how many times was Japan?
quarterfinal.
Many times.
Many times. Yeah.
Because they
Asian,
usually-
They always perform like, because this time they seem to perform.
Asia was
Even
always
South
small
Korea.
countries. They always
Yeah.
have small countries. They always
Represented.
move.
They always
Yeah.
okay.
South
Yeah.
Korea, them,
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
They always go once in a while. It's Iran,
Yeah.
and other times it's Kuwait went once.
Okay.
Yeah. Some national blocks are easier to qualify than others. But no, it's going to be it's exciting end for sure.
And it's
The
really nice.
quarterfinals
Yes.
are going to be mayhem.
All my guys are there.
England,
Now people are saying
England,
that
France
Croatia,
is
people are
fire.
saying that Croatia wasn't a fluke
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah.
They went to the final last
Exactly.
time. It was not a
It
fluke.
wasn't a fluke.
You know.
There's some teams which are compact, exactly. They're organized.
Also always performed well.
Yes.
Yes.
The former Yugoslavia.
Yeah.
They are
Ah, yes.
amazing talent.
Yeah.
Modric is the only player to win the Ballon d'Or during the Ronaldo and Messi era.
Exactly.
He's the only
It's Croatia.
to disturb the, no, it's crazy. It's about to be very interesting. Very, very
For
interesting.
sure.
The Brazil game against Croatia will be really good.
Yeah.
Because
When are they playing?
Friday?
Friday.
Friday.
Brazil is playing Croatia.
By the way, watching Friday.
It's the first game at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Croatia, like you said, they're compact. They
England, France.
defend.
Fire.
And England has good.
Bellingham, that kid.
Very
That kid is dangerous.
dangerous.
That kid is and he's a child.
England is a child, yes.
Imagine when he gets 25. Everyone.
Bellingham.
Jude Bellingham.
Remember I told you about
Plays for
You told me about
Borussia.
it yesterday.
Yeah.
Really?
By the time he hits 25, 26,
No,
he's
no,
going to be
next year he's
unstoppable.
gone. Next year.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next year is gone. He's
Yeah.
Barcelona, Real Madrid.
Yeah, they're going to get him.
United.
Somebody's going to get him.
Very young.
And for so I said we will find how to include Vio, and she has included herself. We're talking about he's skilled. He's so young. Somebody's going to come and get him. They're going to buy him,
You know
and
why,
then
ladies?
then
When we
Vio
watch
saying,
football,
"Listen,
you know why we watch
he's handsome."
You know why we
Viola.
watch football?
Why is he handsome? What is handsome about him?
It's good looking.
He has looked the same for the last 4 years.
So that's good looking.
So Esther and
Oh,
You
no.
will not find me saying,
Yeah, Saka is
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
that
that's-
he plays well, but you not find me saying he's good looking.
Are you sure? Saka's not good looking.
No.
Do you know how much Saka makes a week?
It's not, I'm talking about good looking people.
By the way, how much
But it's good on the pitch.
Arsenal players don't get? I don't know what the wage schedule is for Arsenal players. I know that they're relatively strict with their pay grades,
Okay.
but still, you know how much Saka makes.
That's why we go to watch football. You were sporting.
There are those of us who watch football for the game, and the others who say, you know that this one is getting married next week. So, what? What?
Leave me alone, Isaac.
You even know who's getting married and when?
Yes. Because we follow those people. You pick your
Yes,
interest.
we have to know those who
What
are
is
on
going
the
on?
market.
We even
Those,
know how their houses look like.
you
by the way.
understand?
I know how Rashford's house looks like. Tattoo
Now, if Rashford is getting married, the next question: does he have a brother?
A brother, yes, he
How-
does.
How old is the brother?
Two
Is the
brothers.
brother single? You see,
I don't
now I didn't say that I was going to bring Bayo into this conversation, but she has brought herself. Now, even me who follows Manchester United, I don't know that Rashford is getting married. It's Bayo who had to tell me last week. Now it's also that
Yes,
he has
brothers.
two brothers. Are they single?
I don't know about that.
Are you sure? I think you want to just stop the information now. It's getting too much.
My,
Your knowledge of the family. Because if you can't marry the man, at least enter the family.
you never know, maybe I'll be the
You understand? It's not that you're going to become the sister-in-law.
No.
Maybe the second
You are
one.
going to become the sister-in-law to him.
Co-wife status.
Yeah. That's the level.
You see where we are. Diane Karusisi needs to come and save us.
We need to come say, man.
Come and tell us, how can we get our PhD, please? I have PhD in Haja, what's this man's title? Rashford has an MBE.
Yeah.
I did an MBE, not a PhD.
All the way. You think we watch football
We are
just for
finished.
just and then we move away? No. We have to check out the houses.
What time is it? Before we.
Which car? Single or not single?
That's what we need to know. All right, 8:05. So I think we'll drop a. What happened?
No, see now the space is not on. So says you better time travel your Kigali in the morning show. Start it now.
Time travel.
Travel the show. Oh, that was actually earlier than 6.
I should have put my.
Viola. Ryan has arrived safely.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. Safely on time. He's
They arrived at
happy. Yeah, at 6:30.
Oh,
their
oh,
time.
Kenya.
Or 6:10.
6:10
their
Kenya
time.
time. That was 5
Linda and Kevin already there. Now they're on their way to Kitale. Kind of make sure you don't come here because I have found a good place for the phone. I'll just stay there where it is. No, I'm just telling you in case you are planning.
In case somebody has plans.
And
Yes.
that's how she's inviting me there.
Don't come here.
You and Isaac.
Next year.
You'll
Talk
find
about
us.
Next year you'll charge us.
You'll find us.
Next year I see you having more trouble with Regis more than myself.
No,
and
no,
Isaac.
no, 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 no.
Next year.
Next year it is much worse.
Exactly. It will
Next
be
year.
much worse.
Much
Next year,
worse.
I'm going to even be having a sugar daddy, so he will get me bodyguard.
What do you mean next year you'll have? What about this
What
year?
about this year?
What
How
about
have you been
last year?
surviving?
Eh?
This year, I've suffered.
Yeah, really
Suffered.
suffered, really.
Like Sandra was saying,
COVID.
we will be
COVID.
COVID has held us
COVID, I swear.
from success.
Mm,
Has kept us from traveling.
yeah.
This year I only have one daddy.
Mm.
My father.
Only one.
Yeah.
I have
But
suffered.
life is hard.
We say I'm suffered. Ava Max with Who's Laughing Now at 8 minutes after 8. So this marks the last show of the year.
Last show of the year.
Yeah. We have a few things coming up, some travel to do.
Yeah.
This year, God has been gracious. As I said, I did not plan, but out of the blue, I got sponsored trips.
Somebody here is lamenting.
Somebody is lamenting.
Somebody here is lamenting that
What
this
is the
year they've
person
only
saying?
had one daddy this year, only one.
That is good.
And
Papa Jehovah.
but next year there are plans to add a few more.
For prosperity.
But for you, you found how you have traveled.
I have trouble. I don't even know someone is going to sponsor
Yeah.
my trip.
Yeah, you have
Not
sponsors.
trips.
You see, is it sponsored?
Sponsor.
Is it sponsored?
But sponsors because we're different organizations.
Oh, this is what I'm saying. So we must hang a banner
That's true.
with
Yeah.
the logos.
By the way, when the year ends, I will do a thank you post.
Then we have to
With
with,
a banner,
with all
yeah.
of the banner with the logos of everyone, so
True.
that also Vayo can
But when-
understand how she must make banners also
Yeah.
for her
Maybe
sponsors.
she will attract more sponsors
She needs
next
to
year.
have better sponsors.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
listen, we are campaigning.
But yes,
Yeah.
the next year has to be better.
Yeah, next year it will be.
It will be better.
This is the last show of this year. Yeah, I can hear Vayo just then. How do you come for me like that? Let us allow the village.
Yeah.
We are all villagers. Let's enjoy it.
Exactly.
Now
But
this
and I'm hoping that I was seeing messages as we're moving on.
Yeah.
Safiri said, Isaac, thank you for always being here. We are forever listening. I think he was saying, even if Jackie's not listening,
at least
at least we are listening.
At
Safiri
least-
was coming for
at
me.
least I have Musafiri. At least.
At least you have Safiri. You also have Daniel.
Okay.
You've
Daniel's
got-
there too.
Yes. You have Sylvester
Yeah.
in Barbados.
Yes. All the way in Barbados.
All the way in
The
Barbados.
one sitting next to me,
Yeah.
Jackie,
Does not
less
feel you.
than 2 meters.
Mm.
But there are people in Barbados on
Yes.
islands.
He even said he will invite you there next day. You have Sylvie,
Sylvie
and of course our students at Davis College.
at Davis.
Yes.
We're happy to have you. Listen, today is the last show of the year, and that's kind of the reason why over the last 2 weeks I've been focused more on this issue of New Year's transition, change. And today we've been talking about the size of your problem when it
Yes.
comes to your money. Are you waiting for the problem to give you that kiboko that when the arm reaches all the
Albert,
way behind?
Albert at BDF said that description of the kiboko,
Yeah.
it made me refill
Uh-huh.
the kibokos I got decades ago.
Those stripes.
Isaac is not a good man.
Those stripes, you have felt them.
Where even if you put an exercise book there,
Whether you put what
you will
there,
still feel.
Yeah.
The teacher would beat you back at that book. Yes.
you can't sit still.
Yeah.
You have to kind of massage yourself in the chair because those stripes, those were kiboko. People practice, by the way.
Mhm.
Those teachers, they used to practice
They
on
used to.
trees, whipping the tree. They used to-
Cows
on cows. They
and
were
donkeys.
practicing. They used
Then
to
they would
practice.
come.
When the arm is strong,
Perfect,
the
yeah.
shoulder is very, very fit for swinging a stick for you.
Mhm.
Yeah. Now, are you waiting for that size problem with your finances, with your health, with your relationships?
Isaac, during this time,
Uh-huh.
and we will consult each other and see how to do. Next year, let us see
Mhm.
how to go out
How to
Now.
go out?
and seek those ones that have learned from us, see how we can help each, like physical
bad idea.
interaction.
That's not a bad idea.
Physical interaction. Some of our Wednesday
Yeah.
Money Matters conversations we can hold in other places.
Let's go. Let's
Let's
go
do
and
that.
let's see what if there's an impact.
Exactly.
Because
Let's see. I talk to some people, even people who work in the bank,
yeah.
or people who are in the financial space, they also don't know money matters.
Listen, we have done training sessions. I've done training sessions with finance professionals
Mm.
in different spaces, auditors,
Yeah.
regulators, bankers. There's a difference between your work life and your home life.
Mm.
That's why you can find somebody who is a medical professional, a doctor with a PH, with a very capital D after that HH in medicine, and yet doesn't live a healthful life. There's a difference between what you know professionally and what you live, the life you live, what you do,
Yeah.
right? And these are the questions, these are the issues that we're dealing with when we're talking about our personal finances. It's not enough to know things. Now we were just talking about earlier today. 4 years on the show. We are now into year
5.
5, the 5th one, the 5th year. And we're talking about money, we're talking about saving, we're talking about investing, we're talking about opportunities, we're talking about capital markets, we're talking about international financial markets, we're talking about all habits, we talk about all kinds of things. But if we keep on talking, problems don't get fixed by just conversation.
We just
Knowledge
will
is
start
necessary.
talking.
We will continue talking. I mean, we'll be here. Next year, I'm here.
Yeah.
You are here. We are here
We are
together.
here.
If I'm away, we will find some online platform
Yes.
to discuss. We will
You will
discuss.
still be here.
But talking alone doesn't solve the problem. You will not talk the hole in the roof into being fixed.
Very true. You want?
You will not talk with your family members and your neighbors and your siblings into fixing the hole in the roof. You must do something. You must raise the money, get the expertise, get the equipment, and get it done. How big is your lack of a secondary income? How big is the problem of not having a secondary income to you? These days we talk about how one single salary in a home just doesn't cut it in this day and age anymore.
Not anymore.
Even maybe two salaries in the home. Even
still not be
then,
enough.
sometimes, many times, 2 salaries is not enough. How big is that problem for you? How big is that issue?
When you figure out how big it is,
Then you do something about it. Now, when it comes to your financial discipline, the management of your resource, how big is that problem? You know, our paycheck to paycheck living. We live month to month, right? We get paid on the 25th. By the 10th, we have no money. The 10th of the next month. And sometimes the 10th is far.
by the time the salary comes, it's been spent.
It's already gone. Yeah. So by the 15th of the new month, you're without. How big is that problem of always being on running on fumes halfway through the month because we're spending all our money? Or we always go from 0 to paid, back to 0 to paid, back to 0. Every month, the whole year, you're ending the year on a negative balance. Every year.
Isaac, can you just stop there? It's okay. Wait, forgive us, please. Forgive our sins, please. It's okay.
We are
already
back.
listened, but now
Next
you
year,
make
we are
it
going
to
to
us.
continue. Listen, if the problem is big, visit us on our social media handles. We have a Twitter post today. We'll have our LinkedIn posts. We'll have them on all our social media handles. If the problem is big, do something about it. Do something about it. Let's learn how we can get our money organized for the new year.
Please visit that website. We started off
Karibu.
well, but Isaac has decided he will have the
No,
last laugh.
listen.
Because I'm not
When I
laughing.
said Kiboko, when people reach behind, I've reached behind. 4 years of reaching. And now I've slapped you.
You slapped me as I am dead and I'm on the floor.
We can collect slaps.
That slaps.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you all. Bayo was focusing
I
elsewhere.
decided
Thank you
I
guys for
love
tuning
it.
in. Unfortunately, it's the last show for the year. We'll be back next year, January, to start all over again. Listen, if the problem is big enough, do something about it. If the problem is big enough, if the problem of not having a secondary income, the problem of not being financially disciplined, the problem of procrastinating with your decisions, if that's a problem big enough for you to do something about, jump on the link below, and we're going to make a difference, organize our money, start making secondary incomes for the new year so that we can get over this problem and start tackling bigger problems in the new year so we can move forward. Good one.
Because we have the broadcast, okay? But even if we don't have the broadcast, we can still do organizing events. We have to take a financial talk somewhere. As if you see what I'm saying.
That's a good idea.
Yes, we decide on a quarterly basis, we organize an event. It could be quarterly, it could be twice a month. It's up to us to decide. A place where the people listen to us.